Namaste, friends. I'm Heather Wiest with Love Serve Inspire. And today I'll be guiding you through an express yoga flow, 30 minutes or less. If you like to move to music, you can access my Express Yoga Flow playlist on Spotify at Love Serve Inspire. For today's practice, we'll be using 2 yoga blocks or 2 thick books will work. I'm here to guide you, but you are always your best teacher, so please listen to your body, stay safe, and have fun. Let's get started. We're going to begin today's practice in a comfortable seated position. Please feel free to sit on the block if that makes it more comfortable for you. And I want you to take your hands out in front and just place them underneath your nose. And I want you to blow into your hands through your nostrils to where you can feel the air on your hands. And maybe you can notice one side is a little more dominant than the other. And then release that. So about every 90 minutes, our dominant airflow switches from the right or left nostril back and forth. And it's just a fascinating phenomenon. So we're going to come into a breath technique that helps balance out that breath flow. So classically, the right side of our body or our nostril is the energy side, the sun side, the yang side, and the left side is the more chill, the more lunar, the more yin side. So just being aware of that in your everyday life is kind of fascinating. I'm going to not mirror you through this, so I can actually take the classical variation of Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath. So you're going to take your right hand up, and we're going to take our peace sign fingers, the index and middle finger, down. You're going to take your thumb and gently close off the right nostril, and you're going to inhale through the left. And then you're going to take your ring finger and gently close off the left nostril and exhale through the right. Now inhale through the right. Close off the right nostril with the thumb and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Bring your ring finger to close the left and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close off the right and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close off with the ring finger, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close off the right and exhale through the left. Now continuing on your own. Maybe you close the eyes as you find that pattern for yourself. Completely relaxing the body as you focus on the breath. Few more rounds. Next time you'll exhale out through the right nostril, you'll release the hands down onto the thighs, just resting them comfortably, just noticing the effects of Nadi Shodhana. Maybe you can breathe a little clearer, more balanced through right and left. And then softly opening the eyes. We're going to go ahead and hook a thumb with the hands. First of all, let's go ahead and switch our cross seat so we can get balanced here on both sides. So I'll go ahead and hook a thumb, and you're gently going to take your hands to your chest or collarbone area. I have the mic because I'm going to take mine a little bit lower. And we're going to go ahead and just alternate our taps back and forth. This is a great technique just to bring a little calmness to the body and mind, a little more balance as we cross the body lines. And your tapping can be very gentle or can be more rhythmic, whatever feels best for you. And once you find a nice pace, I just want you to close the eyes. And working with the attribute today of self-control or strength of spirit. And just maybe recalling something in your life that you could use a little more self-control. Working with the collective intentions today, I have strength of spirit. I deny the compulsions of selfishness by choosing to be led by the Spirit. And the last one is, God help me, and you fill in the blank. If you're still tapping, we'll just go ahead and stop the tapping, just grounding the hands on the shoulders or the chest. I have strength of spirit. I deny the compulsions of selfishness by choosing to be led by the Spirit. God help me, and you fill in the blank. Adding in any other intentions that you're working with, you'd like to bring into your practice. And we'll softly open the eyes, release the hands. We're going to transition into hands and knees, tabletop position. Finding your tabletop, we'll come into our cow and cat. So we're going to go ahead and inhale, bringing the head and the heart forward, belly drops. And then exhale, rounding in through the upper back. Let it feel good. A few more breaths here. Feel free to add any additional movement, creating space and length in the spine, linking our breath with our movement. One more full inhale and exhale. We're going to take a dynamic shoulder thread needle just to bring a little more range of motion into the shoulders and the thoracic spine, the upper back. So we're going to go ahead and inhale the left arm out to the side. And as you exhale, you're just going to thread it through and just find a nice little movement into the back. Then we'll inhale the arm back up and then exhale through. If you're like me, you might hear some snap, crackle, pops in the spine, just free adjustments. There we go. And then we'll return that left hand down to center. We'll take that to the other side. So the right arm will come out to the side. Inhale the arm up. Exhale, thread it through to comfort. You're in total control here. Inhaling the arm up. Exhale, thread it through. One more full round. Inhale up. Exhale the arm through. Beautiful job. Then we'll go ahead and ground that right hand down. We're going to be taking our block or book in between the inner thighs. So we're going to be gripping into that block. It helps remind us to use the inner thighs, the adductors, as well as our low belly. And we're going to tuck the toes under, and we're just going to lift our knees a couple inches off of the mat. So you're activating the whole core everywhere, the side, the back, and the front. Now you have the option of staying here, holding, drawing the frontal hip points forward or the navel towards the spine, or you can take alternating taps to the shoulders. So opposite hand to opposite shoulder, trying to keep your pelvis neutral and stable. It's very challenging, so you're welcome just to keep the hands towards the mat here. So we're going to do a few more taps, just building strength in our core, feeling the legs turn on as you push into the block. One more tap each side. Beautiful job. And we'll release the knees to the mat. You're going to take your block off to the side, transitioning into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So tucking the toes, exhale the hips up and back. We're going to go ahead and bend into the right knee as that left heel grounds down. Push the hands down and away. Let the spine feel good. Feel the stretch in your left leg. And then we're going to switch. We're going to bend into the left knee, grounding the right heel down. Get a stretch into that right leg. One more full breath in downward facing dog. Again, pushing the hands down and away. Tops of the thighs back and up, and those front ribs are knitting together. We're going to walk our hands all the way back to our feet, coming into a ragdoll forward fold. So you can take a wider stance if that's comfortable for you, just allowing the crown of the head to dangle down towards the mat, and you can bend the knees as much as you need to. So opening up through the hamstrings and the lower back. And then we're going to take the hands behind the back, and we're going to hook a thumb. So I want you to try to break those thumbs apart so you're broadening through the collarbone area, and then draw the shoulders away from the ears. One more full breath, trying to break away those thumbs, activating the back body, and then you're going to release the hands to the mat, slight bend into the knees, hands to the hips on the next inhale. We're going to come up to standing. Nice job. We're going to make our way towards the top of the mat, finding mountain pose, Tadasana. Find a point of focus, grounding through the feet, nice and tall, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. Inhaling the arms up and overhead. You're going to hook the opposite way on your thumbs this time and try to break away those thumbs. Feel the shoulders and the back body turn on, and then we'll exhale, forward fold, release those thumbs. Inhale for your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Root to the feet, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, draw the hands down to heart center. Beautiful, 2 more rounds like that. Inhaling the arms up, hook a thumb, try to break those thumbs away, activating the shoulders and back body. And then exhale, forward fold, lead with that heart as you come down. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold in, crown of the head down, Uttanasana. Root to the feet, sweep the arms strongly to the side, up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, those front ribs draw in. 1 more full round. Inhaling up, the opposite side this time for hooking. Trying to break those shoulders and those arms away, thumbs away, activating everything there. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold in. Maybe you take the hands behind the calves this time, really hugging in. And then we'll root to the feet, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful, we're gonna add on here. Inhaling the arms up, and then we'll just exhale, forward fold, no hooking this time. Inhale for the half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, the right leg's gonna come back, you're in a low lunge. We're going to come into a slow rise, crescent lunge or Anjaneyasana. Lifting the hands a couple inches off the mat. Then the arms by the ears, and then lifting all the way up. So let this feel good in your body, bending into that front knee. That back leg is super strong. And then those frontal hip points lift, so you feel a little more opening into the right hip flexor. We're going to take the hands behind the back, and you guessed it, we're going to hook a thumb and really try to resist. Opening up through the heart space, shoulder heads are drawing back, let it feel good. And then we're gonna lean forward, so use your legs here. Create a little more space between that left thigh and hip. Drawing the navel in towards the back body. And then we're gonna release the thumbs. We're gonna bring that right hand down, left arm up for a nice low lunge twist. Beautiful job here. 1 more full breath. And actually, let's do something a little different. Let's take a dynamic shoulder thread the needle here. So I'm going to just move my right hand a little more forward so I have space. And then as you exhale, that left arm is going to come under. And then inhale back up. 2 more rounds here. So you're in total control. If this does not feel good in your upper back, then please just stay with a nice twist. 1 more round, nice job. Then we'll inhale that arm up and gently bring it to the mat, and we're gonna bring the right knee to the mat. So we're in our low lunge lizard. I'm gonna bring the hands on the inside of that foot. Feel free to use the blocks if you need to. And I'm gonna come onto the blade of that left foot. I'm gonna release my right foot to relax. So we're gonna soften here just for a few breaths. So feel free to come down onto the forearms if you like, or just stay upright. So feel the opening everywhere, inner thighs, outer hips, A lot of sensation, just breathe into it. One more full breath. And then we'll go ahead and transition into a half split. So I'm not using the blocks today, I'm just allowing my body to shift over that left leg. I do have a flex into my left foot, and I feel a stretch in my left hamstring. So push the heel down into the mat and energetically draw it back towards the glute, the left glute, and you'll feel that hamstring turn on a little bit more. One more full breath. And then we're going to return back to our low lunge. We're going to transition to plank pose. You have the option of coming to the knees if you need to. And we're going to be taking side plank. So we're going to come onto that right hand, the blade of the right foot, and then we're going to take the left arm to the sky. You have the option to stay here, take a wild thing variation by kickstanding the top leg back. You're on the ball of that left foot, and then opening up through that heart space, letting it feel good here. One more full breath. And then we're going to return to plank pose. If you can, you're going to take that left leg and you're going to thread it through for fallen triangle, just holding it up for strength if you can at first, and then bringing the foot down to come into your full variation. Let it feel good here. And then we'll bring the right hand to the mat. We're going to exhale through chaturanga all the way down to the mat. You're going to release the tops of the feet. You're going to push through the tops of the feet as you inhale for a low cobra. Now hold here, the elbows are hugging in. Maybe you lift up a little higher. And then ground the bottom ribs down as you bring the arms back. Beautiful job. You're going to hook a thumb. So you're resisting here. You're broadening through the collarbones. And then you're going to lift the feet off the mat. A variation of Shalabhasana, locust pose. So you're just gazing towards the top of your mat. You're lifting chest and shoulders, and you're lifting the feet, working that back body. One more full breath. And then we'll exhale back down. We're going to tuck the toes, plant the hands, lifting through half our full plank, and then downward facing dog. Beautiful. Full inhale and exhale. We'll take all that on the other side. So floating the right leg up and back, three-legged downward facing dog. We'll take that right foot up between the hands. You have the low lunge. We're going to come up slowly into crescent lunge or Anjaneyasana. Hands come off of the mat as you draw the right thigh in, arms forward, and then all the way up. Bend into the front knee. Get the nice opening for that left hip flexor. One more full breath. Then we're going to hook a thumb behind the back. Try to do opposite each time, just a little bit different variation. Broaden through those collarbones as those front ribs still draw in. You're going to pitch forward. Keep the bend into the front knee. Back leg super strong. Still keeping space between the pelvis and right thigh. Beautiful. And then we're going to release the hook. You're going to take the left hand down, right arm to the sky. Getting a nice twist here. Breathe into it. You have the option of holding here or take that dynamic shoulder, thread the needle. So we're going to take the right arm under on the exhale. Inhale on up. 2 more rounds here. Just bringing more mobility into that thoracic spine. 1 more full breath. Inhale up. We'll ground the right hand down. Release the left knee to the mat. Finding your low lunge lizard. So relaxing that back foot, coming onto the blade of the right foot if that's comfortable for you, and then just softening in for a few breaths. Feel the sensation, the opening in the inner thighs, the outer hips, the hip flexors. Just breathe into any area that's tight, full, deep, balanced breaths. 1 more inhale, and exhale. Then we'll return back to low lunge, finding our half split. So flex into the foot. You can always bend into the knee if you need to. You're pitching over that leg. You're pushing that right heel into the mat and energetically drawing it back towards the right glute. So you really feel a strong sensation in the hamstring as you're engaging it, as well as stretching at the same time. 1 more full breath. And then we're going to return back to low lunge. Finding a half or full plank, your choice. We're going to be taking Vashisthasana left side, so rooting through the left hand, the blade of the left foot, right arm to the sky. Option is stay here or take Wild Thing. The right ball of the foot will ground down. You're really reaching back, getting an opening for the chest, the shoulders. Feels really nice reaching that heart towards the sky. And then we'll come back to our plank pose or half plank. If you can, you're going to float that right leg through for holding the fallen triangle variation. And then grounding the foot down to find that nice yummy opening into the front body. And then we will return back to plank pose. Exhale through chaturanga all the way to the mat. You're going to release the tops of the feet, push through them. Inhale, low cobra. And then as you exhale, just ground the bottom ribs down as you reach the arms back. You're going to hook the opposite thumb this time. And you're going to lift the feet off for Shalavasana. So gazing just at the top of the mat, so you're creating space in the back of the neck. Lift a little higher, chest and shoulders, legs lift off, activate that back body. And then exhale back down. Tuck the toes, lift your half or full plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Another full inhale and exhale. We're going to bend into the knees, gaze forward, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root through the feet, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll continue to add on here. Inhaling, Utkatasana, fierce pose. So squatting down, shin shift back in space, arms are strong to the sky, frontal hip points lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale, ground the hands. Right leg will come back. Low lunge. We're going to inhale up into crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. We're going to take the hands behind the back and hook at them. We're going to shift and lift into warrior three. As you shift and lift, release the break of the thumbs, coming into airplane wings. Beautiful. We're going to be taking eagle pose here. So we're going to wrap the right leg. You can kickstand, wrap once or twice around the legs. And then the right arm's going to come under the left. You're either going to come into eagle wrap, or you can just hold on to the shoulders. Once you find your pose, you're going to stay nice and upright and just squat down. Hug everything into midline, squeezing the legs, squeezing the arms, dropping down, feeling really good here as we compress blood flow, we strengthen all our muscles and our bones and joints. So we're going to return, we're going to release back, airplane wings, warrior three, and then take standing splits. The hands come to the mat, you're gazing back, and your legs are like the L shape. Now option to just stay here, you can take the left hand behind the calf, or maybe the right, or maybe you try a couple handstand hops. So whatever's in your practice, we got 3 more breaths. Maybe you find some air time. Maybe you get into a handstand today. And then wherever you're at, we're going to reach that right leg back into low lunge. Nice job. We're going to come into plank pose, Vashisthasana right side. Root through the right hand, blade of the right foot, left arm to the sky. Option for wild thing, just kick standing that top leg, the left leg, opening up. Finding your plank pose, floating the left leg through. Fallen triangle, just holding it for a breath. Then grounding down, opening up through the chest and shoulders. And then plank pose. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or up dog this time. Transitioning through plank if you're in that low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full inhale. And exhale, pushing the hands down and away. Tops of the thighs back and up. Front ribs knitting in. One more side, floating the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. We'll take that right foot up between the hands, low lunge. Inhaling up, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. We're going to take the arms behind the back, hook the opposite thumb, and then we'll shift and lift into warrior three, releasing the arms into airplane wings. Preparing for eagle pose. So we're going to wrap the left leg around. You can toe tap, wrap once or twice, and then the left arm is going to come underneath the right. So upright spine, you're squatting down with the legs. You're hugging the legs together, hugging the arms together in towards midline. Find a point of focus and breathe. So good for the body. One more, full breath. We're going to come back into that warrior three with the airplane wing arms. Dropping down to standing splits. Gazing back, relaxing the neck, looking at that left foot. Options here, wrapping the right arm behind the right calf. Maybe you try the left at the same time. Or maybe you do your three handstand hops. So you're really using that bottom leg to lift you to find some air time. Shoulders stacked over the wrist. Just really working our pose here. Beautiful. We'll all release into low lunge by reaching that left leg back. And then we'll find our plank pose. Vashisthasana, left side. Root the left hand, left foot, right arm to the sky. Kickstand that top leg. Wild thing option. Open, open. Bringing yourself back to plank. Threading that right leg through for fallen triangle, holding it. And then grounding, opening up. And then back to plank pose. Options, you can come back to down dog, or your exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, up dog. Transitioning through plank if you need. Downward facing dog. So good. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale through the mouth. We're going to bend into the knees. Gaze forward, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Squatting down. Shins shift back in space. Arms lift. Arms back up. Hands down to heart center. Just close the eyes. Maybe you take the hands to the chest again. I have strength of spirit. I deny the compulsions of selfishness by choosing to be led by the Spirit. God help me. You fill in the blank. Softly open the eyes. Release the hands. We're going to take Malasana squat to work down onto our seat. If you need to find another way to come on down, totally take it. So we're just going to go ahead and come on down into our squat. And then we'll go ahead and release down onto our bottoms. Good work. Right leg's going to come out. Left leg in for Janu Sirsasana. Nice flex into that foot. We're going to inhale the arms up. We're going to angle over that leg and reach forward. Find a nice spot. You can always bend that knee as much as you need to. Full deep breaths. Just noticing a little more spaciousness into the chest and shoulders. Feeling more strong in that back body. Then we're going to inhale on up. We're going to take the left leg or left hand behind us. Right arm to the sky as you open up through that front body again. Exhale back down. And then finding the other side. Left leg will come out. Right foot in the inner thigh. Inhale the arms up. Angle over that left leg. Find your variation for today. 3 more deep full breaths. Beginning to lengthen out the exhalation breath. Finding the calming of our nervous system here in this forward fold. And then we'll find that heart opener. So we'll inhale on up. We'll take the right hand behind us. Left arm to the sky as you reach up. Nice job. And then we'll go ahead and come on down. We'll take both legs in front of us. You're going to find your blocks underneath your calves today for Shavasana. You're going to transition on down. Finding a comfortable spot to rest your arms. Softening the body. Maybe you take your hands under your nose again just to see the dominant breath. What side is dominant right now? And just be fascinated with the body. Each and every day it shows up a little differently. Body, mind, and spirit. As we rest in our Shavasana today, just inviting in a little more self-control where you would like it to happen in your life, that strength of spirit. Allowing yourself now to deeply rest. I encourage you to stay here a little longer if you are able to. It's always a true honor and a pleasure to guide your practice. Thank you for showing up and sharing your beautiful presence with me. From the light within me, I honor and respect the light within you. Walk in grace and peace and shine bright, my friend. Much love and namaste. Please stay connected with me on my website, Love Serve Inspire